Israeli military operations in Gaza backed by Western nations have led to extensive devastation, loss of life and humanitarian catastrophe. The utilization of sophisticated weapons has resulted in destruction of refugee camps, leading to fatalities due to lack of medical assistance and the spread of infectious diseases. During a press briefing in the nation's capital, Palestinian ambassador to Nigeria Abdullah Shawesh highlighted the dire predicament faced by Palestinians with the choices of being dead, injured, or displaced. Despite condemnation from leaders such as President Biden, tangible action to cease the violence remain elusive. The suffering extends beyond Gaza, with violence in the West Bank exacerbating the crisis.
If it is over the top, do you know, Mr. President, if those who were killed by U.S. manufactured weapons? Could you allow the Security Council to work and adopt a ceasefire resolution, Mr. President? All that Mr. Biden said mean nothing as long as he does not take practical steps to put an end to the butchery of innocent people by American weapons. The Israeli victims of their government's long-standing policies are very lucky, as they used to appear in the media all over the world with their pictures, names, life stories, how much love they spread and how much pain their loss left in the heart of their families, which is very human and very true. Each one of them was simply shown as a human being. On the other hand, 100,000 Palestinian victims, killed, maimed, wounded, still under the rubble, widows, orphans, and torn families are presented as mere numbers, and the news screen, particularly Western ones, have not yet shown their pictures. It is really strong proof that there are two types of human being, the Jewish and the white people from one side, and the Gentili from the other side.
The looming potential invasion of Rafah poses a further threat of displacement with no clear plan in place for affected civilians. International appeals for intervention to stop the conflict have intensified, underscoring the pressing need for humanitarian aid and diplomatic intervention.
Overcrowding and the heavy burden of the health system. According to the Minister of Health, there have been 223,000 cases of acute respiratory infections, 158,000 cases of diarrhea, 53% of which among children under the age of 5, 55,472 cases of scabies and lease, 338,010 cases of skin rash, and 5,330 cases of chicken pox, in addition to several cases of relapsing hepatitis. In the occupied West Bank, including East Jerusalem, since October 7, Israeli occupation force and settler militia have killed 390 Palestinians, including 102 children, and injured 4,500. In addition, 2,000 Palestinians, mostly men and boys, have been rounded up, arrested, violently and interrogated, dehumanized, tortured, and imprisoned, with dozens executed. Absolve the American administration of its responsibility. What is required of the American administration is to force the occupation to stop the genocidal massacres that it is committing against the Palestinian. It is committing against the Palestinian people. This will push for the print of the empires. The United States has many cards that, if used, could end this genocidal war.
The United States possesses the influence to broker an end to the conflict by withdrawing military support for Israel and advocating for diplomatic resolution in global forums. Dorcas or Larewaju Voice TV, Nigeria.